Guess who's back? That's right, it's Sweat with the Sweat Experience. You know, Zero. And today, man, I'm on this 2007 Cadillac DeVille. I think I'm gonna change these hub bearings. These are the bearings are on the back of this. Let me get y'all back here. Got a couple screws, one on top. I don't know if you can see it. It's like 3 screws. But you just gotta get to it. If you haven't done them before, it might have that red Loctite on there, and it's a little struggle to get them off. But if you got your power, you know, if you got a screw gun or something like that, it'll be a little bit easier. But that's what we on today, this hub burn. And the reason why I'm changing it is because I just hear a lot of rattling and shaking going on up under here. I took the tire off before, shook all of this, none of it is moving. It could be because no weight is on it, but I've done it a couple times, but it could be them bearings by the way it sounds. It's a particular sound that I don't know if I can teach it just discussing it. You know, if you hear some worn out bearings rolling around something, if you kind of know what that sound is, it can kind of stick out to you a little bit. So I'm about to get into this. See if this is the problem. I'm hoping I'm not just throwing parts at it, but let me get up under here, turn this wheel some, and I'll go from there. I'll be back. Basically what I done right now is I turned the wheel out. I turned it out, but here go the screws. Not that big one, this little one right here. It's that little screw. And then it's one up in here, which is why you would need your angle. Hopefully you can see it. I'm not looking at the camera right now, so hopefully you can see where I'm pointing. Can you see this? It's one right there. It's one right here. Then there's one on the other side, and then what hold the bearings in. Of course, this big screw, this screw right here, and then this one up here, that's for the brake caliper. That's for the brake caliper. But you just have them 3 screws. I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna take the caliper off. I'll be back. Okay, so I took the brake caliper off. Like I said, it just had them 2 bolts. You take them out. So now I got to get to them bearing bolts. Like I said, there's one right there. There's one up in there. Then there's one on the other side. So while I have the wheel turned this way, I'm gonna take them 2 off, then turn it the other way and get to the other one. Then you have to push this out from the inside. You got to push it out. Boom. Oh, I forgot to take that bolt off. Yeah, you got to take that bolt off, or it's a no-go. But I'll be back. I'm gonna maybe try to set the camera up so y'all can watch me work a little bit. I'll be back. Okay, everybody. So I took the rotor off. Of course, y'all see we got them cross-drilled and slotted rotors on here. But here goes the bearing. I took the 3 bolts out the back, but I have to take this bolt off in the front. You got to take that off in order to get the nut off to take the bearing off. Right. So that's what I'm on next. I forgot I had to do that, so I got to find a socket that fits that. And I'll be back. Thank goodness my memory served me well, because I really had to remember where this was at. It's not with the rest of it's not with the rest of them. It was off in its own spot, hiding somewhere. So I did spray it with a little PB blaster. I'm giving it a few moments to maybe break up any rust that's in there or whatnot. But y'all riding with me on this one. Cover your ears up. Yeah, y'all don't want that to fall. Y'all don't want that to fall. Did it get loose? No? Let me see. Let me try it again. It's spinning like it's too small. Damn. Is it too small? I need to set that brake caliper on something else that's a little bit more secure, so the vibration won't keep knocking it off. But I thought this was, man, maybe this not the one. I'll be back. I'm back. It is the right one. And it actually was spinning it off. I didn't notice that. Yeah, it was actually spinning it off. When I put it on there, I took it off the gun and put it on there to see if it fit. It fit, and it turned the bolt. The gun had already loosened it up, but that's what we on. So now what we have to do is take the bearing off. So to take the bearing off, you got to kind of push this in, get it out. You got to unplug this sensor right here. You have to unplug that sensor. And the reason you got to push this in is to get the wire, to get the sensor to come through the back. If not, you won't be able to do it. On some, you can probably cut that on the old one, but on the new one, you got to push that thing. You got to push it in to get the wire behind it. So that's what I'm gonna do now. You know, got the little wire in the back right here. You know, undo that. Get this out the way. I like to keep that stuff out the way. And then here go the wire. And it goes back in, see, in between there, which is why you have to push this. You got to push this, and it's easy, but I can't do it with one hand. You push this in, which will give you space in the back to pull the wire through, which will give you space back here. You just pull it through. That's all. You see where the 3 holes were, the 3 bolts, 1, 2, and the other one over here. Hopefully you can see it. Take them 3 bolts off. You good. Let me go ahead and do it. I need 2 hands to do this. Let me do this and I'll be right back. As you see, what I done was straighten the wheel back up. I straightened the wheel back up. And like I said, you just push on this. See, you push on it, which will give you some space back here. And like I said, I'm doing it with one arm. I'm doing it with one hand. I'm doing it with one hand. So you push down there, and you gotta get that wire to come through. Don't let your brake caliper fall, like I keep saying. We don't want that to fall. Then we just want to pull this through. It's kind of pinching it at the bottom, so I'll use it with 2 hands. It's real simple, y'all. It's real simple. I'll be back. I got it, y'all. So just make sure y'all do it. Super simple. You know, use it with 2 hands. Make sure y'all put this back on correct too. I have actually put that on backwards before. And you can kind of remember. You can kind of remember because of that clip that's in the back to hold your clip to your sensor, to your wheel bearing. So remember that. Put it in the correct orientation. You know, if y'all have to, take pictures of this stuff. Put it in the correct orientation, because I done actually put it up back on and had it on wrong before. So I'm gonna clean this off a little bit, maybe with some little light sandpaper or something. Wipe it down, maybe some brake fluid and cleaner. And then I'm gonna put the new one on. Put the wire through there. Push it on. Simple as that. I'll be back. Okay, so what I done was I put the little dust guard back up with the clip in the right spot right there, and I put the bolts through the back so I can line it up. That way I can kind of get this through. And I'm not even sure that thing is bad, y'all. To be honest, just feeling it right now, I can't tell. I can't tell that it's bad. So that's what happens when you just throw parts at it. And I'm still gonna put the new one on. Could be this shock up in here looking all distraught, and because every time I hit a bump, I hear clunk, clunk, But sometimes when I'm driving, I hear it, which made me think it was the bearings. I don't know. Let me get this on. I got to get this wire through this little gap right here. So you got to push this in. See how easy that go? You just push that in to give you some space back here. Just to give you a little space. Put that wire through there. That's a sensor. Put that through there. Hand start these. I started at 7 after 3. It's 3:37 right now. And that's with getting up 100 times. And really, y'all, the car fell off the jack. Good thing I had that tire up under there, but I had that up under there also. So it fell on that. It's not even reaching the tire yet. It didn't even reach the tire. So then I put the jack back up under there. It happened when I turned that tire. I turned the tire. But I'll be back. Let me go and put this back up in there. Man, I actually left it straight this time. I didn't even turn the wheel. I just left it straight. Got the bolt in. Got that bolt in. Hold on. Can we see it? Oh, right here. Got that one in. And got this one in. That one right here. All 3 of them in there. I left the tire straight. I do have my angles. You know, I got my angles. Now all I gotta do is put the caliper back on, and the rotor and the caliper. Done deal. Test drive him. See if I hear it. Drive myself crazy some more. Or maybe it is these shocks. I mean, they've been on there a long time. Man, we might be looking at a future project. But the Green Lantern acting up again. But I know what it is. I'll be back. Yeah, and he back on there. Just as simple as that. Then make sure you kind of, you know, lean that back. Lean that back some, because it will be scraping on your rotor. You will hear it. You will hear that. You'll be like, what is that? So make sure you get that back, because you kind of squish it together when you're trying to get the rotor on. You kind of grabbing both of them when you're trying to push the rotor on and line this up and line the caliper up and everything. But he back on there, brand new. There go the old one. And it took about 45 minutes. That's all. I'm just filling up under here to see if I can. Yeah, they kind of close up under here. And that stuff will drive you crazy if you riding with the windows down with no music on. You'll be able to hear that. It'll be rubbing. So just kind of bend that back, you know, get it up off of there. You good. Put the tire back on. I'm going to take him for a spin. Hey, so I'll be back. Hey, y'all, I think it did. Stop. I really can't tell, but I think it did. So, you know, I have to do a little bit more test driving, and I'll let y'all know. But until then, never miss an opportunity to keep moving forward. I'll holler back.